Garageland on Cruinniú and on RTE2XM.
And welcome back to Garageland at Cruinniú with me, Dermot Lambert.
And me, Ayanna Church. In this section, we're going to be hearing from Caitlin Harrington from Sligo, Fiona Cassandra Vargas from Kildare, the 78s from Dublin, Private Idaho from Cork, and Amy Rigney from Trim.
We're also going to be having tracks from Fuse in Wicklow, that's a band, Fuse band in Wicklow, Fuse X, Japanese Sword Fishing from North County Dublin, Kaylee Berry from Wexford, Granada Val from Dublin, and we're going to kick things off with the wonderful Mackenzie Lowe from the Finglas Youth Resource Centre.
I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away. I want you back, I want you back. My neighbors think I'm crazy, but they don't understand. You're all I have, you're all I have. At night when the stars light up my room, I sit by myself, talking to the moon, trying to get to you. In hopes you're on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I a fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? Whoa, whoa. I feel like I'm famous, the talk of the town. They say I've gone mad, yeah, I've gone mad. But they don't know what I know, 'cause when the sun comes down, someone's talking back. Yeah, they're talking back. Oh, at night when the stars light up my room, I sit by myself, talking to the moon, trying to get to you. In hopes you're on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I a fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? Do you ever hear me calling? Do you ever hear me calling? Trying to get to you. In hopes you're on the other side, talking to me too. Or am I a fool who sits alone, talking to the moon? Whoa, whoa. I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away.
Garageland is where young people's music gets heard.
This song is January, it's an original.
Walking down the streets,
where we're going now. I can't wait to get January started.
Yeah. Hi, you're watching Garageland at Cruinniú with me, Ayanna Church, on RTE 2XN. This is a gorgeous video created by Japanese Sword Fishing performing Last Bus Home.
Hi, I'm Joseph from Japanese Sword Fishing, and this is a video of our song The Last Bus Home. Even though we wrote it before lockdown, we chose it because it kind of fit with the times, and we made the video around stuff we were doing around lockdown, like just hanging around at the park practicing and walking around our local area.
Watching all the people on the last bus home, dreaming about being alone, thinking about their better days when they had something to say. Tale.
Garageland on Cruinniú and on RTE 2XM.
I must have got something in my eyes. I guess it was quite windy outside this stupid cafe you brought me to just to say goodbye. I'll take the long way home just to be alone. It's never easy when you say goodbye. You ruined June, so I cry until July. But if the world was ending, would you still be pretending? My tears run down like a waterfall. I'm up late alone without your calls. 'Cause I'm not myself right now. I let you in, you let me down. It must have been something that he said. 'Cause it made me think of you instead of him. And I've tried 1,000 times just to let you go. You scream softly all the time in the outskirts of my mind. It's never easy when you say goodbye. You ruined June and I guess you ruined July. So if you see me smiling, no, I'm just pretending. My tears run down like a waterfall. I'm up late doing nothing at all. 'Cause I'm not myself right now. I let you in, you let me down. But you came back around. I wanna hold ya, say you wanna stick around. But I'm only getting older, feels like I'm getting nowhere. Won't be the same as it was way back when. And I can't deal with heartbreak. I can't deal with heartbreak again. It wasn't easy when I said goodbye. It took June, July, and summertime. Sometimes you still cross my mind.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Garageland at Cruinniú with me, Joshua Regala.
I'm me, Marvy, and we're here with Edison Waters.
So Edison Waters, what is artist management?
Artist management, as I hit on the other points in relation to the new world we're in with social media, etc., the manager's role has really gone beyond just finding the talent, developing it, and trying to get a record deal and organising tours and gigs, etc. Especially in the early days of an artist now, we're finding ourselves as managers taking on roles of being the project manager, being the record label, being the radio plugger, being the social media guy, be the social media analytics, being the promoter. It's very hands-on. It's across the entire spectrum of the industry. I say to you, several young managers coming up, if they're looking for help with what they should do, is try and get as much experience of every part of the industry, not just one. If you want to be able to talk to the record label, you need to be able to talk to them and understand everything that they're doing. If you need to talk to the graphic designer, you need to be able to talk to them about that. You need to talk to the artist about the music. You need to talk to the producers about what they're doing, understand the legal side of it, the deals, the points, the back ends. advances, the photographer, the shoots, and having a real overview when you're shoulder with your artist trying to progress through the industry, that you have a solid understanding of every conversation that you're having with each person in the industry. And as I said, in the early days right now, you really have to do a lot of the work. We're doing projects now where, we do the radio pluggers. We're right in there acting as the label, trying to work our way through with social media strategies, etc., and trying to help the artists across the board. And that is just getting more and more intense these days. And in order for you to get that signing, etc., you really need to build a profile and become relevant. And part of that now is it's almost standard that you are actually a released artist. There is artists out there who haven't really done anything yet, but the majority acts that are signing are visible on social media. They're on Spotify. They've done an amazing amount of work themselves. And the manager's role, as I said, has expanded now to amplify what the artist is doing and to be their entire support network across that. And we may actually engage other people depending on where the project is in to do PR, etc. But if you're certainly starting out and it's early days, very much a lot of pressure across the board for management to deliver on things that they wouldn't have done in the past. And it's also a conversation of what exactly is the role of this question is, what is the role of the manager? Currently, it's everything. And as I said, for any young managers out there, learn as much as you can, the way you know every part of the industry. And also for the artists out there, you are your first manager, you are your first label. If you're putting stuff out independent, you're going to learn huge amounts of great information, great understanding of the industry, just by putting out music yourself and seeing the whole process from loading up to aggregators, streaming, etc. And as I said, the role has changed and is continuously changing. Huge amounts of pressure on the management side and artist side as we are in this new world, which is only evolving as we speak. I really think we're just at the start of further developments with the likes of TikTok, etc., and whatever the next platform is, or the next distribution of music as we move from vinyl to cassette to CD to digital to streaming. Now it's becoming 60 seconds on TikTok. Who knows what else is on the horizon? But being ahead of that and understanding the all aspects of the industry is extremely important.
That sound is where young people's music gets heard.
Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much. Just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside, I can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Well, don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare, or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing to the heart of me. You break down my walls with the strength of your love. Oh, I never knew love like I known it with you. When our memories survive, oh, one I can hold on to. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside, I can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Your love I remember forever. Well, don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. Or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing. Don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. Or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. Don't walk away from me. Don't you dare walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you, you. Oh, oh, you.
There's a hero. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer. If you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. Then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you catch your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is hero lies in you. That a hero lies in you. That a hero lies in you.
Welcome back to Garageland at Cruinniú and IMRO with me, Dermot Lambert, on RTE2XM, broadcasting on all sorts of platforms all over the country and probably all over the world. As a matter of fact, we are broadcasting all over the world, so there you go. Music industry guests that have been helping us with the show, we've had great support, and we have now got Sheena Madden. Now, Sheena Madden runs Amplify Agency, it's a PR company, and to lots of you young guys out there, and lots of the older ones as well, that don't know how PR works, we're going to have a couple of words of wisdom from Sheena Madden.
Hey everyone, you're so welcome to Garageland at Cruinniú and IMRO with me, Joshua Regala.
And me, Marby, and we're here today with Sheena Madden, the director of Amplify Agency, which is a very successful marketing agency.
So Sheena, what is music PR?
So music PR can often be confused with music publicity. So PR stands for public relations, and it's essentially music PR is everything that you do to promote the music that you're making. So that can be everything that kind of comes into contact with the public, from your social media to the music that you send to the radio, to blog articles that are written about you, to how you interact with people who come to your gigs. Publicity tends to focus mainly with getting in touch with media, so getting in touch with bloggers, with journalists, and with radio, and with Spotify editors and things like that, so that they can promote your music on your behalf. So music PR essentially is everything that encompasses how you get your music across to your fans. Music publicity is using the media to get that message across for you.
So Sheena, how important are Spotify playlists and how do I get on them?
How important are Spotify playlists? I think this question, again, the answer to it really is in line with the kind of music that you're making and what you want to do with your career. I mean, for sure, in order to be discovered, Spotify now is, and streaming platforms in general, but Spotify being the largest of them, is the way most people consume their music. So, most people making music will want to be as discoverable on Spotify as possible. Unless you are getting millions of streams on Spotify, it's unlikely that you're going to make a living from streaming, but it is a really important platform to be discoverable on nonetheless. Spotify playlists can be, I guess, divided up into a few different types. Spotify editorial playlists are the playlists that are put together by the editors who work for Spotify, and you've probably heard of a lot of them, the likes of New Music Friday UK, A Breath of Fresh Era, An Alternative Era, R&B UK. There are hundreds and hundreds of them. And the way that you get on them, there's, it's a very similar answer to, to how do I get on the radio or how do I get picked up by music blogs. There is no magic formula and there's no magic answer. It is really a case of making the best music you can make and going through the processes and finding out about them. If you have a Spotify for Artists account, it will give you, there's actually lots of really useful tips on how to make the most of the platform. And if you speak to any Spotify editor, what they will say to you is use the Spotify for Artists platform. That there is no real way around that. Now, I mean, Spotify works on algorithms. It's a tech company as much, some might argue more so than a music company. So, there are ways definitely to boost your likelihood of your music being discovered on Spotify by the editors, and that is to increase the amount of traffic going to your Spotify page. And the way that a lot of people like to do this is through third-party playlists. So, this can be anyone from, 909 or Golden Plek or, The Last Mixtape or Tape, any of the blogs that we have here or abroad curate Spotify playlists. And oftentimes, if you send them music and they really like it, they'll add you to their playlist. their playlist might have, a few hundred listeners. So therefore you've got the people who are listening to that playlist listening to your songs. I mean, you can do this on a smaller scale by asking your friends or maybe your classmates or, people who you go to college with to add your single to their playlists as well. And the more you use that platform, the more likely it is that Spotify's algorithms are going to look at you favorably, and then the more likely it is that Spotify's editors will take note of you. But again, I mean, ultimately it comes down to whether or not the music fits on the playlist that you wanted to get on, or fits on any given playlist, and that it's of the audio quality that Spotify is looking for. So really, there is no magic answer, but using the platform and making the most of it is the best way of improving your chances of getting onto Spotify playlists.
Hey guys, welcome back, and I hope you're enjoying the lovely weather today. I hope you're having a barbecue outside. And we're here at Garageland at Cruinniú with me, Marby.
Me, Joshua Regala, and we are with Sheena Madden.
So Sheena, what should I send to radio stations and bloggers?
When you're sending your music, it's really important to do it in a way that is succinct but really friendly and gives the person that you're delivering it to everything they need in one handy package. So the first rule of thumb that I would always say is don't send attachments. Write in the body of an email, introduce yourself briefly, introduce the kind of music that you are sending, send a link to a private SoundCloud. Make sure that it's accessible. Make sure that it's not blocked or that you have to log in order to access it. If you don't have SoundCloud, get it. It's fine to send somebody a link to, say, a WAV file in Dropbox, but again, there may be issues there around them having to log in or having permissions. So what I would always advise is to send somebody an unlisted or private SoundCloud link in the first instance. Send them a very short biography about the band and send them a picture. Again, I'd advise doing that as a document with a link as opposed to an attachment. And that's really enough. The song, some information about the band, including maybe some previous press and radio play that you've had, if you've had any. If you haven't, that's okay as well. And a picture so that they can get a feel for you and see what you look like. And if you have a release date for it already set, send that across as well. I'd always give people plenty of notice, especially if you're a relatively new band or a new artist. Give people at least 4 to 6 weeks if you can, just to give them time to listen to it and to consider it. So like that, just to recap, avoid attachments, make sure that your permissions are separate so that they can access it really easily, and just give them a general idea of who you are, what your music sounds like, and be nice and be polite.
So Sheena, what if I don't get a response to my music? Does it mean they hate me?
If you send your music to someone and you don't get a response, it does absolutely not mean that they hate you. Nobody hates you. Nobody hates your music. Most people who work in music are really, really nice. Most people who get into working in music are sound, and they're also really busy. So generally speaking, if you haven't heard back from somebody, it means that A, they haven't had a chance to read your email yet. B, they've read it and they've forgotten that they have to get back to you and they just haven't done it yet. Or C, they have listened to it and they've realized it's not for them and they intend on getting back to you to let you know, but other things have come up in the meantime. As someone who's worked in the music industry for 15 years and gets a lot of those emails, I can tell you that firsthand. There is always someone that I've been meaning to get back to for 3 or 4 weeks and I just haven't had the chance. And if any of you are those people, I'm really sorry and I promise I'll get back to you at some point soon. But what I would say is, I know that for me, I have a bit of a 3-strike rule and I get rejected all the time. I don't get responded to, I get ignored, and and like I said, I've been working in this business for a long time and I still get lots of emails that I send out and don't hear back from. So what I have implemented in order to save my heart from the rejection is a 3-strike rule. So, I will send the first email. If I don't hear back, I'll follow up maybe a week later, just really briefly to say, again, keep it friendly, keep it polite. And then again, another week later, if I don't hear back, I'll send I'll send my third communication saying, just nudging you on this again. I won't be, and if it doesn't suit you, that's absolutely fine. If you could let me know, that would be great. That kind of thing is absolutely fine. And then if you don't hear back after the third time, my policy would tend to be to move on. Again, it doesn't mean that the person doesn't necessarily like you. You may find, as I have done in the past, that 4 weeks later, you'll get an email out of the blue. But it really will save you a lot of time and a lot of heartache if you just implement this 3-strike rule.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and heal. It's time to try to find in gravity. I think I'll try to find in gravity, and you can't hold me down. I'm through accepting limits, 'cause I won't sing your song. There's things I cannot change, but till I try, I'll never know. Too long I've been afraid of losing love. I guess I'm lost. Whenever love it comes out much too high, I close. I'm still never to find gravity. Kiss me goodbye, find gravity, and you can't hold me down. Nobody in all of us, who is it there, who is wise? Is everyone afraid of me?
Garageland is where young people's music gets heard.
Now we will be performing our song Shed, which is available on Spotify, so just check it out. We're Private Idaho on Spotify, and follow us on Instagram at Private Idaho Band. Enjoy. Enjoy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cigarettes are gone, and I woke up on lawn, missing my shoe, and almost so missing you. Skin so pale from drinking last night's ale. I'm so sick, let me puke on that stick. Nothing left to tell except my life's going to hell. Best friends are gone, so I'll go alone, 'cause I've got nowhere else to be. So I sit here drinking tea. Nothing left to say, but I want you to stay. When they're gone, I will write you a song. I'll try not to cheat because I think you're pretty neat. I guess that this is due from all we're going through. When we try and call, never answer. Thanks to Garageland for giving us this really great opportunity. It was a lot of fun, and we got to see each other again for the first time in many months to do this, which is cool. And it gave us motivation to kind of record more.
Of course.
So yeah, check us out on Instagram and buy our songs.
Yeah, buy our songs, merch, and everything in between.
Buy everything we sell.
Everything we sell.
Please. Now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.
Love you. Goodbye. Bye.
Can we add them to the Christmas letter list?
No.
Oh.
So today we're recording this video old school. We tried a couple of new ways of recording, but not the sharpest tool in the box, so it didn't really work. So we're going back to old school with my amp, my mic, and my mum holding the phone. I'm now going to sing a cover from Metallica. I also released this song a couple of years back with the Prague Philharmonic Orchestra. We put it into the pop charts on iTunes, and to my delight it got up to the top 10, and I was amazed. So this is Nothing Else Matters. So close, no matter how far, couldn't be much more from the heart, forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters.
Every day for us something's new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do, never cared for what they know. And I know, so close no matter how far, couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something's new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they say, never cared for games they play, never cared for what they do, never cared for what they know. And I know, so close no matter how far, couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters.
Garageland on Cruinniú and on RTE 2XM.
This song is called. This song is about a bearded, macho, sweaty man called Peter.
I have a luxurious.
Yeah,
Ready?
I say yeah.
It's called Favorite Stranger.
short, and I'm loving lockdown in Killarney because I get to do nothing all day. I can stay at home, play music, go outside, enjoy the nice weather. Speaking of, I'm going out now.
Well, for one, the walls have started talking back to me, and I've been able to do a lot more music for myself.
I'm loving lockdown in Tipperary because I get to play my guitar every day.
We're Soundstrand and we're loving lockdown in Finglas because it's given us more time to write our music.
Garageland on Cruinniú and on RTE 2XM.